Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Sure that you need to deliver in terms of your damage, in terms of your scaling. Anyway, enough about that. Let's go into game number 2 of our last match for today. Match number 4 that's going to feature RRQ going up against BTR. Both of them from
The enemy
Indonesia.
is banning.
Right, so we're starting things off on the blue side. RRQ has decided to remove Hellcat. So pretty reminiscent of the first draft that came out. We're going to see Angela as
Your
well
team
here. So,
is
you know,
banning.
the pretty staple favorites to get removed. Away, Martyrs will follow up,
The
so the
enemy
Shura King will
is
not
banning.
be in this final game of today. And who'll be joining them finally at the end of it all? Will we finally see a Grok not get banned?
I don't think Grok is not going to get banned. I
No,
mean,
your
Grok,
team
what?
is
What?
picking.
What? Guys, this isn't real life. This shouldn't be real life. If
Will
Grok doesn't...
RRQ first pick
Yep,
him?
I knew it. What? No, they're going to
Yeah,
first pick
there
Grok.
we go.
The
RRQ is
enemy
going to definitely
is
first
picking.
pick Grok. I think BTR just made a really big mistake here. Or maybe they might be prepared for this. Because once you have someone like Grok who's able
Your
to help
team
you
is
rotate
picking.
from point A to point B as quickly as possible just by staying near a wall, and you just need to pick up rapid boots, this is bad coming in from the side of BTR. They need to pick something that is able to match or counter the engage and the quick rotations that can be provided by the Grok to the entire team of RRQ.
I want to keep in sort of notion here, in case people were not really following the items that happened in the last game. All 5 members of
The
RRQ
enemy
had
is
boots of
picking.
swiftness.
Exactly.
And on the side of Bigatron, you had a variety of different boots that were going on there. So could this be the winning secret to why they were able to rotate, you know, and outpace Bigatron when it came down to
I
it
think
all?
this is going to be bad for the side of BTR here, because I mean, you see them already. You see RRQ already feels like they are moving. Quick and fast here, coming in from the side of RRQ. It just felt like
Your team
it just
is
felt
picking.
like RRQ was just faster in terms of where they wanted to be compared to BTR, just by 10 steps. And I feel that this is just going to exacerbate that problem, and it's just going to make it worse. I feel that this is a very big mistake here coming in from the side of BTR. Letting that Grok through is just
Well, we'll see if it's hyped up as it gets, right?
I don't know, like on paper, it, like we did the theory crafting, we discussed it, and we know for a fact that there's just a crazy amount of synergy that the Grok passive can
The
have.
enemy is
So,
picking.
like I said beforehand, you know, it doesn't mean that you pick a certain hero, you're gonna win the game entirely, correct? So, you know, I mean, that's,
No, that's for
not
sure,
what
yeah.
that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm
But
trying.
Leslie has been picked. RRQ is changing it up. We're going to see a marksman also make an appearance. Okay, so everything is, you know, thrown away. The kitchen sink is there as well. Bigatron, this says,
I'm
no,
just
no,
gonna
no.
throw my notes aside then. I'm just gonna throw my notes aside. That's all I'm gonna
We
say.
are seeing.
See that this is
reaches the
going to be a
battlefield.
very, very
Smash
interesting
them.
gameplay here coming in from both these teams.
All troops deployed.
So as we see now, RRQ getting ready getting towards the bot side rotation here. So normally when we play these games, we were able to see like where the early lane priority is gonna be like, mostly because of where the where the turtle's gonna spawn. So we do see Fabians and Vince now pressuring over to the bot side, and that's not gonna be a good sign there for the Cho, for the side of RRQ. And it might be very interesting to see that
Blood.
it might be very interesting to see that the amount of pressure that's coming in from the side of BTR could actually stop RRQ from gaining a bit of advantages, but they did manage to get a kill off screen there. And we do see that coming in from the side of BTR, they want to get a little bit of priority over the top side here. That is why one is over to the top side here.
We are going to see at the bottom lane here, Natalia is waiting in the fray. Leslie might be the open target here. The exclamation mark does prove already that she is there. You're going to see that Instinct does manage to come up with the knockup,
here
and now
comes the Grok.
Grok is here as well. Damage
You
to Fabian
smell
is
what
good.
the Grok is cooking, and it's gonna be the wall that sets it up, and the Grok sets it up beautifully. RRQ coming in, and Liam comes in and says he is the Grok, and the Grok's gonna smash with the wall. Beautifully set up, and man oh man, was that really good. It was just overextension from the side of BTR, RRQ taking advantage.
RRQ definitely coming up with the better side there. We're going to see even more damage going through Jawhead, happily clanging his fists together. Here we're going to see, Leslie's given all this additional space because of the early gank in the bottom lane for her to be moving around, getting the gold, getting the items, potentially moving into the later stages of the game. Here we are seeing that, RRQ is starting to fall a little bit behind.
Fabians does take a little bit too much damage there under the turret. It's going to be bad here as Grok tries to go in. Liam gets flinged above the shoulders. Yam now in a big spot. That was a beautiful wall from Liam, but Liam decides to commit too hard there. Why was he doing that? Why was because that Lemon was not too far behind. There goes the sweeping blade, and there goes the re-engage again. Rage in a bit of trouble. There goes another beautiful wall coming in from the side of RRQ. Liam now looking towards getting the chase, but is not going to be enough. Beautiful walls being shown here. Here comes the high loss ultimate, but no, it's not going to be enough. Grok now. Liam taking it down as Leslie tries to go for the shots outside.
I do like the split by RRQ, keeping Chow at the bottom and the pressure there. Harley was pushing at mid as well as they took the fight back up top. Right now, you're going to see that their goal, because they stayed within lane, they also get the experience lead. That's helping out for them. Really well executed by RRQ. Bigatron, slightly scrambling to figure out how they need to maneuver around this. Joy comes in. A wall is good, but he will be able to escape out from this with the additional movement speed that's coming through. It looks like Turtle will be the point of contention for Bigatron as 3 members are starting it up.
Alright, so now Turtle being focused down here as well as Liam over the top side being hit on from the side of BTR. So this is going to be very bad here coming in from the side of RRQ. They do have a little bit of lane priority over the top side. BTR now a little bit overextended. It's got to be careful on how they take some of these fights here. Here comes, oh, beautiful fling. A beautiful ejector over the shoulder there as he gets flinged into combat, but we'll be able to get away. Luckily enough, RRQ members were not too far behind.
Yes, it's really interesting to see that the amount of respect both sides are playing out here. As Jawhead does get knocked up into the air, we're going to see Bigatron come back in. Unfortunately, not quite enough to bring down Harley. He will not be able to head away. I stand corrected on that bit. And here we are going to see the flicker forward. Jigoro does not give up. Jail will be the next one to fall away as Chuck gets a kill trade on that one. We are going to see that Talia does get the kill across with the smoke screen there as cover for herself.
Beautiful, beautiful stuff being shown there by RRQ and BTR. Both of these teams looking towards keeping it as competitive as possible. So I'm thinking that with LY4 off the roster, it seems that RRQ doesn't have anyone to target anymore. So we do see that Yam now in a bit of trouble and he's going to get taken down. Instinct, will your instincts fail you or will your instincts save you? Instincts will save him this time as he was able to Jit Kundo away.
We are going to see the backup is coming in the form of Harley and Saber, hoping to bait them out into it.
Triple sweep around the turret. This is going to be bad here coming in, and it's going to be a kill. Lemon now leaving it up, getting that double kill. Beautifully done, setting up that triple sweep right into the sweeping blades, getting them down, taking them out, and it seems that RRQ right now keeping up the aggression.
Well, we see that Bigatron is responding just in kind as well. The goal lead has shrunk down to less than 1,000 already as Turtle is coming up in the next 5 seconds.
Alright, it seems that the Grok is stuck in a bad place, but it seems that they are now stuck in a Grok and a hard place. Between a Grok and a hard place. Beautiful wall there coming in. Yam comes in. Fabians so low.
Still will manage to survive out. Here we're going to see that now Gushin is being chased away. Leslie does go invisibility for a bit. The knockup is there. Gushin will be the next one to fall as RRQ extends their kill lead even further. Harley now is going to be taking up his buff for himself. The bottom turret did fall, which means that they are having a little bit more area to maneuver over there. Leslie can farm up if she needs to, as the attention from Turtle will disappear given it's a 6-minute mark. Lord now is spawning onto the map, and that will be the next big boss to fight.
Yeah, Lord's gonna be the big boss that everyone needs and everyone wants in the lane. So this is gonna be very interesting to see. With top being of no priority to any of the teams, we do see that rotations now are gonna favor the top side as Lord's gonna be the priority. Oh, I Am Jago is going to be I Am Goreng as he gets taken down, and Liam now looking towards getting it, and beautiful stuff being shown here. Fabian's trying to get as much health back as he can. Liam now trying to fight it out, but it seems that BTR now trying to slowly catch up. Jill trying to isolate Grok away from it, as Yam as well trying to go, and this is going to be bad here. Fabian's in a bit of trouble here. The fling is good, but it's not going to be good as RRQ are going to have to fall back away from BTR.
It is so much aggression is coming up from both sides of the team. They are still neck to neck when it comes to goal in kills as well. But what really is taking the advantage here is that late game scaling potential, which is what RRQ has with the marksman pickup. If they aren't able to isolate down and remove Leslie from the team fight, from the aggression that's there, it is going to be really severe for them as the game extends. Bigatron does have a countdown clock that they need to be very cautious about.
Definitely, and the thing about Bigatron is that with the scaling compositions, it's basically a fight against the clock. You need to punch the card in and settle the fight before it reaches a certain threshold within the game. As you can see now, BTR catching up slowly to RRQ, and look at that beautiful charge there coming in from Liam. Liam looking towards changing the outlook over to the mid side there, and beautiful wall, and look at the Leslie now.
Blocks!
The blocks are good, but it's not going to be enough.
The blocks are perfect to keep Fabian alive, but can Yam escape it all out? It looks like he might be able to just barely.
Oh, wow.
In fact, he will be able to. Now will the tower dive?
Oh my god.
Back enough. No, Grok still will get that kill, securing it. Now they are perfectly aligned to that top tower to be taking it away as well.
This is the exact priority that I was talking about, lane priority that RRQ needed. They need that top side tower just because to open up that option of Lord. Because if you still have the tower, you can't have people come onto you and basically catch you off, and you won't be able to dive them if you decide to go for the full on chase. Fabian's and Liam now interacting with one another. Very interesting stuff being shown here. Oh, it seems that there's going to be a wall right into it. Liam now spins to win, goes to smoke screen, will not be able to land any attacks, and Fabian's gets away.
Taking stock of what's been going on here. With all the fight, all the kills, it is still only a 1,000 gold difference that separates them. Hoping to change that up here, Instinct will manage to escape. Bigatron is still trying to push their luck, trying to capture them off in that, mistaken moment, in that overextension, in any sort of moment. But RRQ is playing a pretty solid game, especially now moving in and looking for the kills. Back up top, no chance whatsoever.
You got no chance, just like the song would say, no chance. And he's gonna go down. Beautiful stuff being shown here, but there goes another wall.
Next
right
one.
into BTR. Vin is going to be the main focus here, but here comes the high loss coming in. Rage is going to be the story of the day as he gets the kill. Another killing spree here coming in from the side of BTR, and it sees that BTR slowly picking it up. Cube now,
the stun goes across. Instinct will be the next one to potentially fall, but you're going to see more damage coming in from the other side here. It is going to be Liam that's dancing around with two other members that's there, but they are diving behind the turret and taking so much unnecessary damage.
BTR now
5 men dead across. RRQ going to be happy to start up Lord, and there is nothing that Bigatron can do about it.
Well, BTR now, Bigatron now looking towards getting that Lord, and they are going to take it off. RRQ in a lot of trouble here. As you can see, they are looking towards getting this lead. Now we do see that BTR is slowly clawing up, and because of this, RRQ has to be very wary of how they place themselves. Yes, they have a marksman that does tons and tons of crit damage, but whether or not the marksman is able to continuously throw out that DPS safely is yet to be seen. Lord now being pushed out into the mid lane, so this is the kind of breathing space that BTR needs. Comparatively to the first game, this is just a different level of BTR that we're seeing.
I mean, Bigatron here is definitely trying to do their best. They were behind in terms of kills. Now they are ahead in terms of kills, and they are ahead in terms of gold as well, which is really just helping them out here. Unfortunately, like I said, the countdown clock is there. Leslie can easily win a fight against them if she's in the right position. Liam here might get tossed back, does not quite
Your
find it,
team
unfortunately.
destroyed a turret.
Liam will be, kicking himself just for that. The wall of separation does come across, but it looks like they will be opting to go for the
enemy
safer
has been
option
slain.
back up top as Hayabusa gets punished in the bottom lane.
This is bad here coming in from the side of BTR.
Very messy.
Because Lord has been taken down already, so they kind of lost their breathing space. They should have actually stayed with the Lord and tried to defend it for as long as possible, or at least go for a split push option here. But it doesn't seem like a very good idea for the side of BTR now. So a little bit of nice little ejector right there coming in. A little bit of cheeky stuff being shown by by the Jawhead.
We also need to be cautious here. We can see that Hylos is so low on mana at this point, so not really being able to utilize all the skills if a fight were to be breaking out. So they feel quite comfortable at this point. RRQ still very much holding on to it, although they are slipping away in terms of gold, and they do have a few more turrets that they can be taking to equalize that.
Definitely, this is something that I feel that both of these teams can actually shine on. And because of how these two teams are actually playing it out, I love this kind of competition. This is the kind of competition that I was waiting for, to see both these teams 15 to 16, not that much leads, and as we can see from the itemization, it's fairly even across the board, in my opinion. It's fairly even across the board, except for the Hayabusa though. 11,000 gold, well, that's just crazy.
Well, he's building up the one final item already. We are going to see here that, Harley's item still, waiting on that one final piece to come through. I'm not sure what Hylos is going to be building up next. It would be interesting to see an immortality go up onto him so that he can, stick longer within the team fights that's there. We also are seeing here that there's so much split, attention across the map. Natalia is pushing up top, Hylos was at the bottom. We're going to see Jawhead, returning back to that, point of fray there, just to make sure that they are able to play the map right.
Nice little knock-up there being shown onto Geo. And the thing that I feel that RRQ really wants is a late game composition, is a late game scaling here. But just because of the amount of consistent engagement that's coming in, oh my god, Yam is going to go down. There's going to be barrier coming in from the side of RRQ, for BTR. Oh, here comes the Natalia. Natalia on the side, they're looking for that nice little flank coming in from the side of BTR.
Does not find it.
Does not find it. Fabian's just doesn't find it, and this seems to be like a really bad decision here coming in from the side of BTR as well as RRQ. Both of them now even off, both of them losing 2 members of their teams each. And we do see, oh my goodness, look at the amount of pressure here being shown by BTR. Agil now, look at the damage that's done.
I mean, Hayabusa clearly is the most fat member of the team there. Perfectly on time.
Wow.
As Lord comes out, will they be able to remove it fast? And now will Gushin be able to deter the Grok away? It looks like he will be able to, in fact, just remove him away from the map. But we'll see. Leslie is there.
Yam now, oh my goodness, he tries to go for it, but he doesn't get it. Oh, this could be the way the RRQ could lose this matchup here. They've got to be careful on how to take this fight, but the damage is too high coming in from the side of BTR. Here comes Yam. Yam in the middle of it, trying his best. Vin now, going to go towards the Leslie, and oh my goodness, Instinct now in a bit of trouble. Oh my goodness.
Just remove Leslie. That is the sign they needed. Lord is pushing at middle here. They need to just be able to buy some time, contain, maybe get a kill and not die themselves. And big
Jill's gonna go down though. He gets ended by Ayam Jago, and this was just a little bit of greed that's being shown here from BTR that was punished by RRQ in the early game.
This is not something they should have done. They could have been following up with Lord over there. Now with the damage dealer being removed, it's only a Jawhead and Hylos. They cannot apply the pressure that they want to be doing. It is past that 15-minute mark. We saw how, what a horrible thing is it to deal with a late game Leslie. And guess what, Hound? It's gonna get just even worse.
It's gonna get even worse. The thing is, RRQ definitely has a very strong late game scaling composition, but it seems that BTR just seems to beat them to the punch. And because of the amount of chaos that's happening inside the battlefield between these two teams, we're gonna realize that members of RRQ are not able to supplement the damage accordingly at the situation that is needed the most.
The reason why Bigatron is able to do all of this is because of their positioning. There is a collapse. There is the the concave that is set up, so that you get somebody coming in with the flank that gets caught off guard. that you flicker into the wrong direction. Here we're gonna see high loss. Duck and knock them
Oh
into
my
the air.
goodness, it's gonna be bad here as the high loss ultimate has gone down. All the speed has gone up. Everyone is fast as Sonic as the fight is gonna go all over the place. RRQ in a very bad spot, but it seems that RRQ are able to turn it around. Look at the amount of damage that Ayam Jago is gonna be throwing out. Vin now was able to get away, but over to the bot side there, bottom turret will go down. It seems that the split was definitely in favor of BTR. However, it seems that 2 for 1 will not be in favor of BTR.
I will have to commend that play because they knew they were going to start the fight over there. Natalia was going to push the bottom. However, did they factor in that it's now
my goodness,
17 minutes already into it? If they're going to keep split pushing like this with Hayabusa at top, can they sustain with the rest of the members of the team? 2 members are down.
This is going to be a race for the base here.
We have Saber at the bottom that's going to be dealing with him. The tower doesn't even go down. And now Bigatron might be in a little bit more of a better position just simply because RRQ decided to back off.
They should have kept up the pressure. RRQ should have kept up the pressure. But at the same time, I understand where RRQ is coming from because they already had someone over to the top side trying to push out. They already lost that bottom side already. Middle is exposed. 60 seconds until the Lord comes up. The next 2 team fights and the Lord race is going to be real here. But apologies for the base race, for the base race pun. I thought it was going to be a bit of a base race. It was my bad. Saw the map a little bit wrongly. But I do feel that it's going to be a race for objectives as both of these teams were trying their best to secure whatever towers that they have in order for them to get more pressure. With the pressure relieved here from both these sides, we're going to see a fairly even fight coming in towards the 30-second mark here, in another 30 more seconds towards the Lord here, because I believe that BTR does have the opportunity to go for the Lord.
They definitely do have a most equal opportunity to be going for it. It looks like they are posturing with each other. They do spot, each other out, but there's so many immortalities up on RRQ's side. They need to bring on Leslie twice, Saber twice, and Harley twice as well. A huge tall order for them at this point, as it looks like Hayabusa will be starting out Lord as it is. We are going to be finding out, will this be good enough? And Natalia is still out of position here.
Oh my goodness, it's going to be bad here. BTR in a bit of trouble here. Rage does have to go away. Oh, the sweeping blade almost getting him, but not too far behind RRQ. But look at the back though. Natalia, oh my goodness, Fabius, can he do it? Will he do it? No, he doesn't.
They remove away the minion, therefore he was dealing less damage. What a clear understanding of how to avoid that from being a disastrous engage. Now Natalia is being removed out for 40 more seconds. RRQ has such a good position to be taking out Lord. We're going to apply even more pressure with Jawhead there, but he's not the fastest pusher. They need to be able to secure Lord from this if they want to be staying in.
Oh my goodness,
Jawhead goes in.
The fight's gonna go off here. This is where the pop is gonna lock as the fight is gonna go. Liam now in the middle of it. He's only a matter of time before he gets taken down. The Hayabusa will be able to get away, and look at the amount of damage. Liam will be the first to go down. This is gonna be bad here as the triple sweep will be able to take them down, and it seems that RRQ might be able to turn this around. Oh my god, Leslie has joined into the fight. The DPS is good here coming in, and this is gonna be bad here as Yam. Look at the amount of damage that Yam is taking up, and it's gonna be a double kill for RRQ, and it seems that RRQ is gonna slowly turn this fight around as they're gonna go for the Lord. Pseudo, what is going on, Pseudo?
It is finding a needle in a haystack, or in this case, it's finding Leslie in a team fight. Time and time again, just being so slippery, being away from the rest of the team, even taking Lord out there, even though Leslie has all that damage, being really safe, staying all the way far back because they know if they lose Leslie, everything is lost. And that team fight was insane. The repositioning, the protection and body blocking for their own fellow members of the team was really spot on. Unfortunately, Bigatron falling behind a little bit because you have Harley that's doing area damage. Cards are being thrown and you're gonna get 3 to 4 members that are being actively damaged.
This is such a back and forth game being shown here by both these teams, but man, oh man, is it some kind of crazy level of damage here? What's it called? Coming in from both sides of these teams. Both of them are just showing a very good, severe understanding for the side of for both these teams, because both of them just showing some.
Oh, here we go. Tutoru is back at it again. The amount of damage that's going through from this Leslie is... I can't wait to see the stats later at the end of the game here. But we're going to see one person get caught out. That's going to be Lemon. Lemon does pop the immortality. But I Am Jungle is there as well.
They're going to have to engage now. They're going to have to engage. Yam now in a bit of trouble here. But it
does survive on that final last bit. It means that, you know, without him dying, he just go back, heal. And the pressure is still very much on. Bigatron is taking more and more ground when it comes to it. That quick pop away means that immortality is being removed. Just a little bit easier to be going for the next team fight. This sort of, you know, skirmishy guerrilla tactics that Bigatron is using will help them leaps and bounds into the next fight.
BTR needs to get to Leslie. They need to get to Tutu. They need to stop him. The amount of damage that he does with just his basic attack.
There's going to be a collapse.
Oh, the collapse is going to be real here. Will BTR be able to get into the winning objective here as they're going to go fight it out? RRQ in a bit of trouble here. The Jeet Kune Do is good. Here comes the ultimate. This is going to be bad here coming in from the side of RRQ. They need that main damage healer. There is Tutu. Tutu now doing as much damage as he can. Getting the mega kill. And it seems that, RRQ trying to turn it around. This is going to be bad for BTR. Beautiful flick there coming in, but will it be enough? Tutu, look at the amount of damage that Tutu is doing, and it seems that BTR is going to be a bad spot. Triple sweep to lock them down, and it's going to be BTR that bites on their words. Man, oh man, 3 down. Not a single member of RRQ gets taken down.
As much as Bigatron softened RRQ up, that engage that came out was unnecessary. I mean, the first few hits hardly did any damage across because you have so many defensive items at this point. And, you know, and still chasing it further and further was not quite what they need to do. Rage is there. Rage does throw in. Vin coming as well.
The Lord, will Vin be able to steal it though? Oh, luckily enough.
No, it is going to be Tutu just gets secured.
Tutu getting that kill. The wall goes down, and this seems to be the dismantling of BTR's very, very strong lead early on, and it seems that RRQ might be able to turn this around. Oh, Fabian's now in a bit of trouble. Fabian's gonna get locked down and will be shot with the Leslie ultimate here, as Leslie now pushing it out. All they need to do is protect the Leslie, and Leslie will be able to do the damage. Look at the amount of damage that the basic attacks are doing. Unstoppable is the Leslie. Tutu now keeping it up, keeping it sexy, and keeping it hot. Fabian's now looking for the flank. Will he be able to get the flank though? If he gets the flank, he will be able to do 2,049 crit per auto attack. That's just an insane level. That's just how crazy amount of damage that Tutu has in this late game composition here.
It is crazy how Tutu is able to, you know, execute really at this point, but it's also a huge testament to Bigatron out here, where they are able to, you know, land their defenses multiple times away here, you know, making sure that they are removing the waves away, simply so that the Lord, for instance, here can't be pushing, or they cannot be overextending and staying here. Huge props to both these teams for having what a stellar match coming across. A battle of minds and strategy here.
Whoa, beautiful way of the dragon there to stop Yam from coming in, and this is exactly where they need to take the fight here. The positioning coming in from the side of BTR is not good. There's going to be a fight here.
They just need to clear the minions. If they clear the minions, they'll be fine.
They can't do it though, because look at the amount of damage that Tutu is doing. They won't be able to do it. And that's it. RRQ with a nail-biting fight, winning over BTR.
Victory!
Really well-deserved win by them. Both teams played phenomenally on both ends of it, and just looking at it.